time of the night. It's that time of the night. It's that time of the night. It's that time of the night. Oh, that time.
He was feeling it crazy. He called T.I. right there on the spot, like, I got somebody I'm feeling. This, that, and the third. T.I. like, all right, bring him down. And we went out L.A. probably the next week.
2 days later, we were in California. And by that next following Friday, which was Friday when I called him, we had 2 deals on the table. One with Grand Hustle and one with Warner Brothers Records.
We was in the studio, we did a couple of things, and Tip was just like, man, I want to bang with Young, you know what I'm saying? I like everything he's doing.
It's all about my partner Meek Mills right here. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. If I don't goddamn exhaust all my resources to do everything in my power to get a motherfucker where he need to be, nigga, my name ain't Tip.
And I like the things he was doing. I like his whole style. He was probably feeling my whole style, and I got talent at the same time, so it was like, let's do it.
We come back to Philadelphia, so I got a case. I'm not thinking none of it. I'm talking about no way, shape, or form. I'm not like, okay, mostly every young black male in Philadelphia has a case. You know what I mean? And so I just thought it was just another case, you know, that would just, he would deal with it and we would keep on moving.
My daughter had called me and said that the house that he was in had got busted and he was one of the person in there and got arrested. And I was trying to figure out what did he get arrested for? Because I knew my son didn't really sell no drugs.
Bang Bang, he had some weed, like, man, go grab a Dutch. So I'm like, man, fuck that. My pop got killed down South Philly. People get killed every day down South Philly. I went upstairs to get the gat. As I'm walking outside, great charge, spin a block. Skirt, 4 men jumping out, all black. Like, you know, South Philly people get killed. So I duck, I'm behind the car, I'm like, yo, who that? They like the police. I get to court, preliminary. Well, this young man, he pointed the gun at us. He tried to run us down. On the court, I asked the judge, I said, what reason am I pointing the gun at a cop for? Like, let me know. I'm not on the run for a homicide. I'm not miserable, like I'm not going crazy out here, you know what I'm saying?
And so, as the judge dismissed the other 3, you know, it came up time for Meek to be addressed. And so, his attorney presented his case. He was able to raise reasonable doubt. And so I was like, okay, he's cool. His attorney comes back to the table, he leans back, and he whispers something in the Meek ear. And so all of us, his family, myself, are like, what is he telling him? Next thing you know, he tells the judge that, you know, he want to have Meek take the stand. And Meek gets up there, and he holds his arm up, he holds his hands up, right up, and he swears on the Bible. And so the judge addresses him, and she says, Robert Ram, was were you present on the date in question? He said, yes. She said, did you have a gun? And he said, yes.
Getting locked up and actually being locked up, like, man, they just took everything away from you, you know what I'm saying?
I was blown away.
My bail was like $200,000. I called home. My mom like, yeah, we're gonna bring you some drawers and socks. I'm like, I ain't staying here. To call him, ask him he got $5 grand. Call him, ask him he got $7 grand. But you know, when you get to jail, it's a whole different story. A million people say they might help you and look out for you. As soon as you get behind the walls, it's a whole different story. Nobody answers your phone.
Forget the record deal, forget it. I'm like, this kid life is about to be over. Because he stepped on the stand and he said, and he pled guilty to having a gun. The guy told him that I could beat the drug case, but I can't beat the gun case. If the judge put the drugs and the gun together, he was looking at 5 to 10 years.
I call him, yo, what's up? Like, what do y'all got? Like, anything to help me towards getting out? Oh yeah, we gonna put something together, throw the free Meek Mill party. You know, we selling DVDs, they selling DVDs. I'm on the cover of the DVD. DVDs go for $10. My mom called him, Rami said y'all had something for him. All right, we're gonna bring it around later. Never come, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I just won't deal with y'all. And I was locked up with some old head. It was like, it's just meant for them not to be around you. When things get bigger, it's just meant for them dudes not to be around you. There ain't nothing but get bigger, you know what I'm saying?
Even my lawyer, you know, he told me, Charlie, there's nothing I can do with this case. This kid pled guilty. It's a mandatory 5 to 10. I was like, I just couldn't believe it. And I'm just happy that I didn't accept that. So I made my phone calls, and I finally got in touch with a young man, a friend of mine. He introduced me to Deborah Griffith. When she was a former judge. She said she would take the case. You know, she finds that, in fact, that he wasn't in the house with the gun. The gun was actually found not on his person, but on the ground. And the drugs were in the house. And the only way you could put the drugs and gun together if they're 6 to 8 feet, you know, proximity to each other. So from that, it got reduced to 11 and a half to 23 months. charts.
I just felt that like that case, like there's no way like what we doing right now. I know that's not gonna stop us.
And while he was going through the trial, we were able to do Flamers too.
Cases got caught, so I had to stand up. I'm the best around, hands down, hands up. Let's get it. You got a boyfriend? No, we don't care. Now where that money at? It's over here. We won't.
Like billboards wasn't even on my mind frame at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about just keep on grinding, getting my name known across the United States. I wasn't even thinking of the billboards yet. You know what I'm saying? And Charlie told me I had to see it for myself. This is the fuck I'm talking about right here. We're gonna start off at the top. Billboard, R&B, hip hop. Come on, let's go down.
Only 2 weeks on.
2 weeks on.
Independent.
Billboard. It's only one market, man. And me to make it in the top 200, just from Philly being an unsigned artist, like an underground artist, it took it to a whole nother level, opened up a whole nother door, let you know you could touch anything from anywhere. It's all about the records. In the middle of this meeting, man. I'm in the middle of this billboard meeting with the camera. Powerhouse was crazy, you know what I'm saying? I went on probably 2-3 slots before Jay-Z, like in the middle of the show, and everything was just crazy.